Hi everyone, my name is Caleb Rogers. I live in the great city of Williamsburg, Virginia, where I have the fortune of serving on the Williamsburg City Council. The question I've been posed is, why should I vote? Given one vote might be just a small portion of the total vote. And I think there are a couple reasons as to why. The first is, I've wondered this question myself before. And maybe in the past it was hard to vote, where you had to take time out of your day, show up to the polls, you might have had to take time off of work. But in the future, it has only become easier and easier to vote. In Virginia, you're now allowed to vote up to 40 days outside of an election in an early voting process by either sending in an absentee ballot or showing up to the polls early. This makes it especially easy to vote from, as I like to say, the comfort of your couch, as all you have to do is register for an online ballot online. It gets sent to you, you fill it back, you put it in the prepaid postage, and it shows up by election day. Another reason to vote is that if you ever have an idea, as we all do at some point, about what kind of amenities we should have at our parks, how our school system should run, the response rate of our emergency medical services or fire department, all of those decisions and all of that work is done at the municipal level. So you can't necessarily be someone who is saying, I don't have to vote, that's not for me, if you also have some ideas about how best your neighborhood could run, your community could run, your city could run. And the final piece is, I think when people think about voting, they think naturally at the biggest level, which is nationally. There were on both parties last year in 2020, over 70 million votes cast for the presidential election. You should absolutely vote in the presidential election and elections below it, but it is particularly those below it where you might find that, one, you have the most influence, and two, you have the most ability to actually get engaged with the process. So I think the third reason to vote is an encouragement to look at the local level as a good place to get started, where you can really understand how the sausage is made, so to speak, and that will only lead to voting along the lines and higher up the ticket. One more reason to vote would be it was just made a federal holiday on election day. So if you're someone who works in one way or another for the federal government, you are going to have election day off. This is hopefully something that we'll see replicated at the state level and in the private sector. So as trends move on, you may see that your own professional work day gets canceled, or you get a little bit of time off to actually go and cast that ballot, making it all the easier.